Hello, I'm Sarah. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Curious Sunshine, where we talk about play. We talk about having a playful mindset, what it means to have playful living, also, play is a liberation tool, and how I use play to elevate my life and also get out of sticky situations. So, this video is going to be about what is play? What is that? What do I mean by that? Because we're going to talk about it a lot. So I think it's important for me to just kind of lay some basic information about what I mean when I mention play. So then in the future videos, we could be in the same brain space. So what do I mean? Also, if I look down, I have like all these notes so then I don't ramble. So anyways, so what is play? Play is an action, yes. Like play is a verb. Like we can go play. I'm going to go play. I played. So there's that. But also, the way that I define it is more of like a mindset. So maybe we could even lean into using the word playful. So play is a state of mind. It is something that we do when we are joyfully engaged in what we're doing. And it doesn't always have to be something extra fun and life changing. It could just be a simple task, but where our brain is at that time can really transform the experience. For example, if pretend like you and I are at a carnival, right? And maybe for me, I'm excited and in a playful state of mind because I love roller coasters. Love roller coasters, they're fun. I love the thrill, all this good stuff. And if I drag you onto the roller coaster and you don't find that playful, it's gonna be like a traumatic experience for you. You're not gonna want to do that at all. And so maybe for you, it helps you get into a playful state of mind to go to the carnival games and play some games or, go just people watch. And so really examining how play can show up and being tapping into a playful mindset is really unique based on the individual. And I feel like that is something crucial that that's just what we need to keep in the back of our minds moving forward. And so having a playful mindset involves numerous things. Numerous things. Trust me, we're gonna get into this in future videos, but for now, I want to focus on the three things that I think are important for us to understand when it comes to having a playful mindset. And one is flexible thinking, being able to remind ourselves when we're being too rigid of our thinking and too assumptive and like I'm gonna go this way, this is the only way to go, right? But when we're playful, we allow some flexible flowing feelings to come in. Maybe this will happen, maybe that will happen, and really allowing the flexible, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but let's try it anyways type of approach. And then the next thing that's important about a playful state of mind is pushing the limitations of our imagination. Our imagination is expansive. There are 1,000 ways plus, right, that we can attain a goal, do something simple, navigate life. And how often do we just do the same thing that we've always done, the same way that we were told for years and years and years and decades and centuries and generations? And really looking at, to be playful and to have a playful state of mind means that we allow our imagination to show us new ways to practice innovative thinking, creative solutions, to really explore the infinite possibilities that our imagination can hold for us. I love to, when I do my workshops and I work with my clients, I always remind them that our imagination's unpoliced. There's one that we could think there's boundless ways that we could use our imagination, and the only limitations that we put on our imagination is the ones that we place on ourselves. Quit that. We already live in a world that puts so many boundaries and limitations on us. And so stepping into our imagination space really lets us soar free and explore possibilities that may not have even been done yet, and solutions that could provide an outcome that exceeds what we expected. So I love diving into imagination and really dissecting the divine imagination matrix that we all have the access to, and how to work in that. So yeah, the imagination is, yes, there's so many ways and paths that just haven't even been discovered yet. Jobs, avenues of doing things that just haven't existed yet because we don't play with the expansiveness of our imagination. Okay, so the last one of the crucial keys of having a playful mindset is for spontaneity, welcoming newness, surprise, uncertainty, even, and just allowing that to also be a part of our lives. We don't always have to just control everything. This is coming from a control freak. I love controlling things. I need to know what's going on. And so to be playful means that I have to at least let go of some things, right? Even if it's just in how I play, allowing spontaneity and even what that is. And so opening yourself up for unexpected things. And unexpected doesn't even have to be this like scary negative thing. It could just be different. And who knows, when you decide to go a new spontaneous route to work, you accept that spontaneous invitation to go out, or you decide to spontaneously join this event or group or talk to this person, you never know when you will find your next job opportunity, find your next, best friend, find, your next lover or partner or whatever. And then, or you never know when you're just going to be exposed to a new idea, a thought that changes your life. And you would have never come across that had you not embraced spontaneity and decided to go and do something that's out of your norm. So there's much more to spontaneity that I want to dive into in regards of like elevating and changing the timeline. We'll get into that later because I love to yap. I'm trying not to yap. I'm going to give you bite-sized versions of play first. And so I think something that wows me about play is that it was even a thing. When I discovered play, it was in grad school. Okay, so I discovered play in grad school, and I was reading like this excerpt on, I don't even remember because it was so long ago, but I saw like this one paragraph that talked about Dr. Stuart Brown's work, and I said, what is this? Why have I never heard of this before? There's a Institute of Play. There's play studies. And I think the great thing about all of that was like, you don't know what you don't know. And I didn't even know play was even a thing to nourish outside of just doing it. And so I was like, yep, I feel like this, how something just feels right. That's how I felt when I discovered play. I was like, whatever this is, it feels right. I've always been a playful person ever since I was little. Like, always just like, I never let the heaviness of being an adult and growing up in a exciting household dim my light. So, and I never let, the challenges of life, take away from my whimsy. And so I knew that this was the right path for me because I'm just intrinsically a playful person. Like, that's it. And so I dove in. That was a rabbit hole that I dove into willingly and still do. I researched, I looked at all these websites. I looked and got to know all these people. I attended the Play conference. I did all this stuff. I have a solid group of folks in the play community that just like changed my life. And so just knowing that the play industry exists is insane. So maybe this is your first time learning that the play industry is a thing. And if you are new to it, or if you're like you already are aware of it, I have a resource page on my Curious Sunshine website that kind of lays out some of these sites and some of these people that I take inspiration from, have met, have participated in, or I think are beneficial for folks who do want to learn more about play as a career choice or research field or whatever. I don't know, whatever, however you want to use it. Now you know. Now you know it exists, and you can dive into it further. So, yeah, I think that is it for this video. Yeah, that's what play is. There's more to it. There's way more, but I think we're gonna stop there. So, an invitation for you is, if you learn something new about play, put it in the comments. I want to build a community, and part of that begins with talking and connecting with you. So if you know about play, you want to drop a play resource, talk about how you play, put it in there. All right, thanks for playing.